Hey everyone, this is Keith Scott from out in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bullwinkle J. Moose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kenny and Andy McPhee.
Yeah. How did you put the soul into the character where you were an unfit mother and had your baby taken from you? Because I'm sure that had to be an emotional scene.
Yeah. It was quite difficult in the sense I work with children quite a bit through school and teaching, acting and that lot. So I am very familiar working with kids. So I had to try and establish a relationship with the little me. She looked exactly like me, which was really good. And kind of have that fun kind of atmosphere with her because I didn't want to traumatize her. Obviously, it's a very scary situation. So trying to establish a relationship with her so that she would feel comfortable with me doing that scene because it is a very emotional scene. But I did a lot of visualization actually, and I kind of was thinking about, okay, how is this going to pan out? So then when it did pan out and I'd already visualized it, it was easier to get into that emotion because I'd kind of already experienced it through the visualization. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know any good monologues? Because part of Andy's template, from what I heard, is sometimes you have to deliver monologues via videos, whether by scripts or whether by actual movies. Has he done that with you?
I think we did dialogues, like, or duologues, where it was like a conversation. I don't think we did any monologues in that class. We might have done. It was about a year ago. But that is something that I'm going to be doing in the new year. I'm going to have a contemporary monologue and a classic monologue so that I've got that to share because that's something I need to pin down. A lot of the other stuff that I had before was a bit dated, I think. So I want to update that for sure. Make sure I'm ready to go.
Yeah. As part of the guy that knows about Andy's intensive lessons, did he have you do voice work as well?
He spoke a lot about voice work, especially with the accent. Obviously, I've got a little bit of an English accent from growing up in the UK. When I'm acting in Aussie, like I can easily do it. It just slips out sometimes. But as in terms of the American accent, he put us onto a really good tool that he found that you listen to and you repeat it over and over again in the car. And he said he used to do that while he was driving around. And I thought that was so helpful. And I've done that so many times just listening to it. And I think it definitely made my voice a lot different. And I think that was one of the main things I took away from that workshop. There was another one that he sent through as well. That I think was about where you put your voice into a template and then it can replay back the other lines for you, which was really, really helpful, especially when you're learning those lines. And sometimes they can be a bit tricky if it's not in your language or things that you would say. So listening to it on that type of thing is really helpful in remembering the lines for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So you're originally from the United Kingdom?
Yes, I am. I'm from Bath, which is down south. Yeah.
In England?
Yeah, so it's near kind of where Bristol. It's actually where Bridgerton was filmed, in Bath. So, yeah.
Nice.
They film everything there when I leave, which is annoying, but,
So what brought you down to Adelaide?
So mainly my dad, he visited here. We visited Australia a very long time ago and was like, I always wanted to live there. So he uprooted us when I was about 14 and I did not want to come. But now that I'm here, I don't think I'd look back. So, yeah.
So you're basically a British immigrant to Australia at a young age, right?
Yeah. So I've been here more than half of my life now. So I kind of consider myself Australian, but people go, oh, your accent's not quite Australian. What is it? So they can usually pick it if we've had a longer conversation. But, yeah.
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia, saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Cheers.